I hope a plane doesn't start like flying over me again. I've restarted this video many times because a plane keeps flying over me. Anyway, it'll happen and it's fine. The message of the video will not be lost. So hi everybody, there it is. Wow, there it is. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm looking a little crazy because today's video is a hair video. So I've had very many requests for this video. People have been in the comments a lot, and I always like to pay attention to what you guys are saying, and you guys have been asking me for a hair video. So today is the day that I do that video. I just washed my hair. So I just washed and detangled my hair. It's actually still wet, as you can see. I just washed my hair and I figured this would be a really nice time to just show you guys how I style it, so that you can understand the process that goes into making my hair as curly as it is. So I'm going to insert a few pictures just to explain why people have been asking. So it's this super curly hair, and I'm excited, so I get to do it today. Something to note, like I'd mentioned, I've already washed my hair. I will do a wash day video. I just felt that if I were to also record that and then this, it'll end up being a really long video, and I would rather just move into the styling because that's sort of what people want to know, how it gets curly. And then I can do a wash day video and all those other videos later on. So yeah, let's get right to it. So I work in sections. As you can see, I'm already working in sections. So there are certain things that I think that you guys need to know. I generally use the lock method, right? Which I might be wrong, but should be liquid, oil, and cream. So I put liquid, which is water, on, and then oil and cream. So liquid, like when I say water, just water. So this is plain water in a spray bottle. Just spray it onto your hair for the moisture. This, you don't necessarily need this fancy bottle. I have this one also, which I have found works just as well. The point is to get water on your hair. Something else to note, my hair is made that curly from a braid out. So if you know how to braid or plait or do matutas, then that is what gets my hair that way. So I think we just get right to it, and then we can talk about it as we go along. So the first thing that you want to do is start with clean and detangled hair. So I did all that in the shower. I just cleaned it and washed it, and now I am here, right? So I do, the interesting thing about the method that works for me is it's a simple braid out, but it's a braid out that I do twice. What I mean by that is I'm going to do a braid out, let it dry, let it out sort of for one day, and then do a braid out again. And that's what makes my hair super curly. That may not work for everybody, but that's what works for me. So I'm just going to undo these and just start and get right to it. These were just twisted from the shower, and this is a little rubber band. Oop, there we go. Oop, there are my little hairs. There is my little rubber band that I use. You actually don't have to use that at all. I was actually doing that just to impress you guys. I don't use them all the time. So yeah, I do 8 braids on my hair. My hair is quite long, so it can take 8 braids. So let me just get to it. Liquid being water. I don't need to add much more water because it's pretty much already saturated. But I'll just add it for the sake of showing you. And then I just separate this into 2. Okay, so what I like to do to my hair is use leave-in conditioner. And also something to note about this hairstyle, I find that it's more about the method than it is about the actual product. So when I say leave-in conditioner, insert whatever leave-in conditioner you really want. I love the Cantu leave-in conditioner. I love this Buyu Daily Leave-In conditioner by Harvest of Sunshine. I love that too. And I also love, what other one? Design Essentials has a really nice one. So you can use any leave-in conditioner. So for today's video, I'm just going to use this Buyu one, which is actually almost done. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand and work it through my hair. So I had already detangled and combed through my hair. I'm just adding a little bit of the conditioner. and then I'm going to comb through again. So I have this comb. I can't find my like super thick super wide toothed comb, so what I'm going to do is just use this section, this one, and just comb through the hair to make sure we are still detangled. And then oil. So oils, again, I find that it's more about the method and less about the product. So the type of oil that works for you really is up to you. I use coconut oil. So this coconut oil is I just happen to put it in this container. This is Ken Taste, the cooking coconut oil. So I always use the cooking coconut oil. Something else that I use sometimes is black castor oil. This is from Chef Naturals. And then this is some natural shea butter. So you can actually use any of the oils that you want. I'm going to use whatever works for you, because different oils work for different people, right? So just a few drops. So just a few drops of coconut oil. Rub it in between my hands and then make sure I work it through my hair. So I'm just going to work it all the way through. So that is the liquid, the oil, and now we're going to move on to the cream. So when you're thinking curling creams, again, it is the what's the word? Method. It's the method. It's the method, not necessarily the type of cream that you use. So there are very many options. One of my favorites is Aunt Jackie's Curl Lala. This is sold in Kenya at Natural Hair Kenya, or you can get it online. It's available online if you ship in. But I also tend to find that for this first part of the braiding, you can use any type of moisture cream. So this is Plating Pudding Cream by Dark and Lovely or Natural. That has refused to focus. This is also Yangu Rich Cream by Harvest of Sunshine. And then there's also Afro Moisturizing Butter. So any of these moisturizing creamy things you can use for this part, right? So you take the hair. For this video, I'm going to use Aunt Jackie's. If I can get it open. Oh, there we go. So this is brand new. I just bought it. So my Aunt Jackie's Curl Lala. Just a little bit on my hand. Rub through your hands and work through your hair. So now I'm just going to braid this section, right? So I'm just going to part this into 3. That is 1, 2, and 3. I really hope you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to braid this, okay? So I try not to be too tight with the braid in the beginning, right? Just so that I don't pull on my edges. There we go. When you get to the end of the braid, there are several options for you. I like to just twist close to the end. I like to turn it into a twist out. So I'm just going to take these two, separate into 2 strands and twist. And now here is something that you can do. That is why I brought these. I showed you before my little rubber bands. So you can just band or tie this part with a rubber band, as long as you sort of make sure that it's a bit loose. Some people just leave it like that. But I like it actually to curl until the very end. So this is what I do. Once I have twisted until the end, pay attention to this part. This part is cool. I'm going to take this, lift, and twist over the braid. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do it with another braid so that you can have a look. But then this is what you get. You get sort of like a little bantu knot at the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to just do the same with this second braid. Now I can let this hair out. And once we get to the bottom, twist up and around the braid, or use the rubber bands, like the rubber bands I've shown you. And there you go. Those are 2 of my braids. I'm going to do the rest of them. So each of my 4 sections I'm going to divide into 2. Then I'm going to do the rest of the braids and come back when it's done so that I can explain what the next steps are. So there you go. You can actually make these a bit neater, particularly in between the lines, so that you can wear them out. So I'm not going to, you can wear them out like doing your errands and whatever until they dry. You can go stick in the sun and they'll dry there. But the trick is I'm going to do this, take them out tomorrow and re-braid them, and then the next day they'll be like super curly. So that works for me. I'm not sure it's going to work for everybody, so I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to let this dry. So good morning. As you can see, I moved a little bit to the side. The sun is like going to be directly in my face if I were to sit at the window where I normally sit. So this is what we are looking like. This is not the next day. In fact, I was supposed to take these out yesterday, but I didn't have any time, so I walked around with my headscarf basically the whole day. So this is pretty much day 3. So I want to just take it out to show you what it looks like, and then based on that you can see, you know, what it is. Oh, so wait, oh snap, I forgot to do it with this one. So this is the little bantu knot that we formed, right? I hope you can see that. Right, so all you have to do, the reason why I do that is because you just have to like pull down and it'll unravel, right? And the reason why I twist at the end is so that I can just untwist and it'll start to unravel. You see that? So that's why I do that, so that by the time I'm starting to actually undo the braid, we are a few millimeters in. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one out. This is how we're looking. Now you find the spaces where it's going to split naturally. Now it's a little frizzy in the beginning. This is why I do it twice. So the first look, I always find that the first time I do my braid out, there's some frizz and some drama, and it doesn't look as wonderful and as curly as I want. It curls really nicely, but it doesn't like separate. Yeah, so anyway, this is what we are looking like. I'm sort of finding places to part the hair. So this is what one braid ends up looking like. So you see there's some frizz, there's some drama. It's not perfect, which is why I do it twice. So I always find that on day 1 or my first braid, my hair comes out looking like this. Maybe there's some advice that you can give me down below, like how to avoid that in the first one. But I just find my hair does that. It frizzes together and doesn't form like a super curly detailed curls in the first one. So let me just finish the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, so here we go. This is the big fro that I'm going to be rocking today. I was thinking of like pinning it to the sides, but no, I'll just let it be and thrive. So I take a comb. I usually have this like pick comb, but I don't even need to do this. As you can see, I have a lot of hair, so sometimes I have a lot of hair, so I don't even need to like pick too much at it to make it a bigger fro. But that is it. So I'm going to wear my hair out tonight. I mean today. I'm going to wear my hair out tonight. So I'm going to wear my hair out today like this. Just open as a fro. That's what it's looking like up close. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wear this out the whole day, and then in the evening or in the afternoon, I'm going to put I'll try to tape it, but I'm going to put a part here or wherever, whichever side I decide, and then braid my hair again. So I don't need to add extra product unless I don't need to add any extra product unless I feel like my hair is dry. So only if I feel like it's crunchy and it's a little dry will I add anything. But otherwise the process is just to rebraid. Sometimes I just spray some water and rebraid, not necessary to spray even. But then that's what makes it now look the way it normally looks. So on day 1 and 2, it normally looks like this. Very many people who've been asking sort of how I make it so curly have hair that looks like this. It's just not as defined as mine. So point to note, mine also starts like this, not super defined. Only on like the next day after I've rebraided does it look super defined. So this is it for, I am out for the day. I actually love it today. I feel like it's looking so cute today. So yeah, I am off. I might just show up with new braids. We'll see. Bye. Hello. So I rebraided, but it's not been one day. I know I had said that it's one day. It's been much more than one day, but either way the process remains the same. It is now just take down time. So taking down, all you need is some oil. I like to add some oil to my hair. So I had talked about this coconut oil before. You just have to put some onto your hand, rub it onto my hand and put it onto my hair, just a little bit, and then start taking it down. So the good thing about the style of twisting that I'd shown you for the ends is that you just have to unravel, and then you have a twist at the end, right? So there we go. So we're just twisting out, and then I get to the braid. So once I get to the braid, just with my fingers, not difficult at all, just start to undo the braid. I was taught a trick once where you can braid in such a way that if you pull, it starts to unravel. I realized all you have to do is be neat. That's it. If you braid neatly, it'll come out really easily. But you can already see how defined this hair now is. I'm going to part the hair where it naturally separates. And there you go. You have some really super curly hair. So once your first braid is unraveled, it looks like this. See how curly it is? There's a bit of frizz, but it's very curly. And that is how I undo my braids. So I'm going to do the rest of them, just undo all of them. And I'll come back and do this front one on camera because that's the one that's closest to you guys. So I'll just do the rest off camera and then I'll be back. So I've decided to do the last two on camera for you. The last two in the front. Can you see my white hair? The last two in the front for you. Just starting with this one on the left. Just so that you can now properly again see the process that this goes through. There's oil on my hands. That's why my hands are so shiny. And there we go. That is it. So sometimes I'll take a comb. It's not necessary most of the time because my hair is already really thick, but sometimes I'll take a comb and just pick at it. You can get a proper afro pick comb also, and I just do that and shape a little bit. So the back of my hair is shorter than the front of my hair because I used to have a haircut, like a bob haircut. So I have longer hair in the front than in the back, which is why this shape forms, and it's not like a super round, it's almost like a mushroom because this hair is shorter in the back. But that is it. Very easy, just braids, but braids twice. So that's my secret, to do braids twice, and that is it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video, which may also be a hair video, but we'll talk about that later. So I will see you next time. I hope that you do this, please. Everybody who is natural and has been asking, please do this and then let me know how it comes out. I'd love to see pictures of it. But that is it. Thank you for joining me and I will see you next time.